I recently acquired a baby grand piano, and you wouldn't believe how much I paid for it. My wife came across a post on Golden Free Classifieds. It was for a free baby grand piano. It just needed to be moved. Luckily, I knew a guy who owned a moving company that moves pianos. With him and a few other friends, we were able to move it. The piano's in pretty rough shape. We know it's pretty old, but I wasn't sure how old. I didn't want to get it if it was broken, and it was just going to be a big paperweight in our living room. When we checked it out, I was impressed with the soundboard. It's still in fairly good shape. It's made by a piano maker, Herm and Peterson and Son, from Copenhagen, Denmark. My son did a bit of research, and we found that the piano builder started in 1850, so we were not sure how old this thing could be. We got it to my place, and I opened it up, and I wanted to give it a try to test it out. I had played it at the previous owner's place, but not very much. I wasn't sure if all the keys were working, so we were going to take a look. Upon playing it, we realized there are a few keys sticking, a few hammers stuck up, some dampers that were not working properly, so it was going to take some work. I've never owned a piano, never really played a piano, so I did a lot of research on YouTube, and you couldn't really find much information on this piano because how old it was. All in all, it's in pretty good shape. Most of the octaves are tuned together but out of tune, but the far left and the far right is going to need some work. After a bunch of research, I decided to take it upon myself to take it apart, clean it, and see if I could fix it. I started by removing the little cheek blocks on each side of the keys. There's a big lag screw going up from the bottom into the blocks. After that, I removed the key slip, simply just pulling it up, no screws attached. Last thing to do is ensure all your hammers are down. The last thing you want to do is pull it out with the hammer up. You're sure to break one. After double and triple checking, I think I'm ready to slide it out. It was actually easy to remove. It slid out fairly easy. It's amazing to see the craftsmanship on an instrument that is so old. You want a nice area to set it down onto so you can work on it. Make sure you grab both sides firmly. Don't drop it. After removing the action, I took a look inside the cabinet and I found the date it was built.
Holmquist, Eaton Holmquist, 5598, 1898.
This puts it at just over 126 years old. So I thought I would clean off a little bit of the dust that's been accumulating for a while. I used a soft bristle brush and a vacuum to take the dust off most of the moving parts. Worked fairly well. Then I used an air chuck to spray off what was remaining. I had to test the hammers and do some realignments. It was fairly easy. Just undo a screw Move the hammer over, tighten it up, and make sure they're all aligned and hitting the 3 strings equally. It was actually really fun to work on the action, see all the moving parts and see how it works. Now I have a better understanding what's happening when you're playing the keys. It's nice to know that if I have any problems in the future, I can address them myself and I won't have to call a technician in. And for the stuck hammer, I got some dry film spray. It seemed to work fairly well. Here we're taking a look at what the pedals do inside the cabinet. When I push on the right pedal, it lifts all the dampers together. When I lift the left pedal, it lifts a little lever to move the hammers halfway up so they don't travel as far when striking the strings, making it a little bit quieter. Here I'm making some small adjustments on the dampers. A small screw sets the pin. You can move the height and adjust the damper. After testing it out, it seemed to fix the problem. To replace the action, grab it firmly. Make sure not to hit any keys to raise the hammers as you're sliding in. Slide it in gently, right back to the same position. Again, double checking, no keys are raised, just gently slide it in. Replace the key slip in the cheek box, and we're ready to go. My next step is to get the piano tuned. Either I'll call a tuner or I may learn how to do it myself. We'll find out. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, like and subscribe. See you next time.